National Electrical Code Section 230.50 addresses the location of meter equipment, stating that it shall be located in a readily accessible location, either indoors or outdoors. Section 230.51 covers overhead service entrance conductors, specifying that they shall enter through a roof or an external wall. The National Electrical Code does not specifically prohibit indoor electric meters. However, it mandates that they must be readily accessible. The key concern regarding an electric meter's location inside a cabinet is that it could impede access for reading or servicing. Even with electronic meter reading capabilities, which reduce the frequency of on-site visits, physical access to the meter remains essential for periodic maintenance and potential repairs. Claims of approval from the electric company regarding the meter's location are not definitive. Compliance with the National Electrical Code is mandatory, regardless of approvals from other entities. When evaluating the accessibility of an electric meter, several factors should be considered. Firstly, is the meter easily reachable for utility personnel or electricians needing to perform maintenance, repairs, or replacements? Secondly, does the location allow for safe and unobstructed access, without requiring the maneuvering of obstacles or entry into confined spaces? Thirdly, is the meter visible enough to be read, whether manually or electronically, without difficulty? In situations where an electric meter is located indoors, it's crucial to ensure adequate ventilation to prevent overheating. Overheating can affect the meter's accuracy and lifespan and can potentially pose a fire hazard. A National Electrical Code provides guidelines on proper electrical installations to minimize such risks. Firstly, ensure that all wiring and connections are properly insulated and protected. Secondly, use appropriately sized conductors and overcurrent protection devices. Thirdly, adhere to the manufacturer's instructions for the installation and operation of the electric meter. If there are concerns about the electric meter's location, especially if it appears to violate the accessibility requirements of the National Electrical Code, it's advisable to consult with the local building authority or a qualified electrical inspector. They can provide guidance on specific requirements and interpretations applicable to the area. Firstly, they can conduct a thorough inspection of the installation. Secondly, they can assess whether it meets the safety and accessibility standards. Thirdly, they can recommend corrective actions if necessary. Relocating an electric meter can be a complex task. It typically requires the involvement of a licensed electrician and coordination with the local utility company. Firstly, the electrician will assess the existing electrical service and determine the best location for the new meter. Secondly, the utility company will need to disconnect and reconnect the power supply during the relocation process. Thirdly, the relocation must comply with all applicable codes and regulations. In cases where the masthead pipe, which houses the service entrance conductors, penetrates the roof, it's essential to ensure that it's properly sealed to prevent water damage. The flashing around the masthead should be watertight. The pipe should be securely anchored to withstand wind and weather conditions. Regular inspections of the masthead and its surroundings can help identify potential issues early on, preventing costly repairs in the future. Firstly, check for any signs of leaks or water damage around the roof penetration. Secondly, inspect the masthead for corrosion or deterioration. Thirdly, ensure that the supporting structure is in good condition. The National Electrical Code also addresses the requirements for the height and clearance of service entrance conductors above roofs and other structures. These requirements are designed to prevent accidental contact with the conductors. It is important to maintain safe distances from roofs, windows, and other accessible areas. Firstly, consult the National Electrical Code for specific clearance requirements based on voltage and location. Secondly, ensure that the service entrance conductors are properly supported and protected from physical damage. Thirdly, if there are any doubts about the safety or compliance of the installation, seek professional assistance from a qualified electrician. When dealing with electrical installations, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Electricity can be dangerous, and improper installations can lead to serious consequences, including fires, electric shocks, and equipment damage. Firstly, follow all applicable codes and regulations. Secondly, use qualified and licensed professionals for electrical work. Thirdly, regularly inspect electrical systems and equipment for any signs of problems.